Welcome to EPG Pathshala. I am Dr. B. Vani, Associate Professor, Retired Principal, Sarojini Naidu Vanitha Mahavidyalaya, Hyderabad. Today we are going to deal with Natyashastra, a module from the course Classical Sanskrit Poetics. Angikam bhuvanam yasya vachakam sarvavangmayam aharyam chandrataradi tam vande satvikam shivam. Abhinaya Dharpana says Lord Shiva is the embodiment of all the four kinds of abhinayas which are explained by Bharata in his Natyashastra. Lord Shiva, whose bodily movement is the whole universe, which is considered as the Angika Abhinaya, whose speech is the literature of the universe, which is called as Vachika Abhinaya, whose ornaments are moon and star, which are considered as the Aharya Abhinaya. And here the soulful dancer, Lord Shiva, he himself is the embodiment of emotional expression called as Satvika Abhinaya. Thus, Lord Shiva's form itself is the embodiment of all the Abhinaya, the dance. Natyashastra of Bharata is the earliest authority on dramatic art available to us. Professor Hariprasad Shastri fixes the date of Bharata in 2nd century BC. Manmohan Ghosh pushes it as far as the 5th century based upon the study of linguistics, ethnological and mythological, geographical data. There are 4 standard printed editions are available for this Natyashastra: M. Ghosh edition, Kavyamala series, Kashi Sanskrit series, and Gaikwad's Oriental series. Bharata's Natyashastra is composed in Sutra, Bhashya, prose, Anuvamsha shlokas in Arya and Anushtup meters, and Karikas. The dance is mainly divided into 3 varieties: Nritta, Nritya, and Natya. There is a very little difference between these 3, Nritta, Nritya, and Natya. But Nritta is only bodily movements, like Bhava-Abhinaya hinantu Nrittamitya abhidiyate, means a simple, beautiful, rhythmic movements of the limbs devoid of Bhava and Abhinaya is called as a Nritta. Here, only the body moves. There won't be any expression or any rasa be expressed. Nritya is another variety of the dance where, along with the gesticulation of the body, rasa and bhava are also slightly expressed. Rasa bhava vyanjanat yuktam nrityam ityabhidiyate. Here the language is not used, but the bodily movement will be present like in the Nritta, and along with that rasa, bhava, abhinaya, these are also being expressed. Whereas Natya is a purely manifestation of rasa along with the 4 types of abhinayas with a story. Natyam tannatakam chaiva pujyam purva katha yutam. Here the story is also very much important in presentation of the Natya along with the 4 types of abhinayas which are called as Angika, Vachaka, Aharya, and Satvika abhinayas. Along with these 3 varieties of dances, there are 2 more varieties of 2 more styles of dances which are called as Tandava and Lasya. Tandava dance is mainly done by the male persons, and Lasya dance is a delicate dance which has been danced by the female. And regarding the Natyotpatti, when this Natya has actually started, who has started the dance and how it has formed into a branch of science, how it has been learnt, there are many theories regarding this origin of Natya. Our Indian tradition clearly says that this Natya has an origin in Vedas itself. When the ritual is being performed in the morning times, day times, evening times, when the ritual is over, all the people used to gather together and they used to sing songs and dance, and some sort of activity, relaxing activity used to be performed in the evening times. According to the Natyashastra also, all the gods requested Lord Brahma to produce something to play. Kridaniyakam ichamaha, drishyam sravyam cha, which could be seen, which could be heard, which could be enacted, and this should be equal to fifth Veda, another Veda, because it should benefit to all the people. Sarvajanikam, Sarvajaninam, Sarvavarnikam, because it should be relaxation for the whole world, whole universe. The people may be dukkhartanam, shamartanam, shokartanam, tapasvinam, vishranti jananam, and this Natya has to be performed. It should relax and give pleasure to all kinds of people, those who are suffering, those who are tired, those who are depressed, those who are tired due to the performance of all the rituals and all. All the people should relax, and at the same time, it should be hitopajananam, lokavruttanukaranam, saptadvipanukaranam, and lokopadesha jananam. It should give counsel also. It should enlighten people. Accordingly, hearing the interest of all the people, Lord Brahma, he created the dance. He extracted Jagraha Patyam Rugvedat Samebhyo Gitamevacha Yajurvedat Abhinayan Rasan Atharvanadapi. Means he extracted the requisite passage that is fit for enacting from Rigveda, and he collected music and dance from Samaveda, and the art of acting Abhinaya from Yajurveda, and the elements of Rasa from Atharvaveda. Collecting all these things, extracting all these from 4 Vedas, he made a 5th Veda which can be called as a Natya Veda. And Lord Brahma gave this Natya Veda to Bharata to make it known to the whole mankind. According to Bhava Prakasha, Lord Brahma gave it to Nandikeshwara. Nandikeshwara taught this to Bharata, and it is passed on to next generations, who are called as Bharatas. Even now, the actors are called as Bharatas. And this is a very extensive, voluminous work. It starts from Natyotpatti, and there are 36 chapters in this Natyashastra, wherein origin of drama, description of the theatre, how it is to be performed, what are the characteristics of Tandava Nritya, which is only the movement of the limbs, and what are the preliminaries which have to be taken care before enacting the drama. These are the main things these are the few things which have to be taken care in the beginning of the drama. In the performance of the drama, in the performance of the Natya, what all the rasa should be taken, what all the emotions and other states to be passed on to the audience, and what is how the performance have to be done, how the bodily movements have to be made, what are the gestures of the hands and limbs, face, everything, each and every single part of the body movement, bodily movements are being taken care in this all these 36 chapters of voluminous work of Natyashastra. The first out of 36 chapters of Natyashastra, first chapter is Natyotpatti, how the drama has been origin. And second chapter is Mandapa Vidhanam. That is a description of the theatre, how the theatre has to be there, and how big it should be, how small it should be, where the people have to sit, where the performance of the dance should be, where the green room should be there, where the VVIP guests have to sit, where the other audience have to sit, and where the sound system should be properly done. These are all the things are taken care. And the Mandapa Vidhanam, the Natyashastra, one thing to be noted here is The Natyashastra belongs to somewhere in the 2nd century or 5th century BC. That time itself they have taken care of the architecture of the Natya Gruha, Natya Mantapa, where everything has been taken care of. The seating arrangements to the green room. And 3rd chapter is concentrated on Ranga Daivata Pujanam. What all the gods have to be prayed before starting of the drama. And 4th chapter is Tandava Lakshana, description of Tandava dance, and the 108 Karanas. 108 Karanas is a movement of the body. And Purvaranga Prayoga, 5th chapter, it is the preliminary of the play. Before starting of the drama, how the stage has to be arranged, what are the other things to be taken care, and who all the gods have to be propitiated before starting of the drama. And 6th chapter, Rasadhyaya, is about the 8 rasas, though Bharata has not accepted and not accepted the 9th rasa, Shanta rasa, but there is a description of the 9 rasas in this Rasadhyaya, very detailed sex, and this has become the source for the successor Indian poetics. And 7th chapter is Bhava-Vyabhichari Adhyaya, where emotions and other states, bhava, vibhava, anubhavas, all these things are explained in the 7th chapter. And from there, he starts explaining the fourfold abhinaya. For the first is Angika Abhinaya. He takes care of all the Angika Abhinaya, the whole body, limbs, Upanga Vidhanam, Upanga Vidhanam, Angika Abhinayam, Chari Vidhanam, Mandala Vidhanam, Gati Pracharam, Kaksha Vibhaga. Then he comes to Vachika Abhinaya, Chando Vidhanam, Chando Vichitti, Kavya Lakshanam, Kakuswara Vyanjana, Dasharupa Kalpanam. These are all the Vachika, belongs to Vachika Abhinaya, wherein he gives all the instructions how the words have to be taken care, what are the language should be used by the, which are the by the characters. All these things have been, and when the poem has been recited, and what kind of a chandas has to be taken care. These are all the things are taken care in the Vachika Abhinaya. And Sandhi Nirupanam, in the Vritti Vikalpanam, Aharya Vritti Vikalpanam, here he gives the information about how the plot has to be written. A very careful screenplay has to be written in a Sandhi, he explains in the Sandhi Rupanam. And Vritti Vikalpanam is a modes of expressions, and Satvika, Arabhati, these Vrittis are explained here in the Vritti Vikalpanam 20th chapter. And 21st chapter is totally based on Aharya Abhinaya. What all the makeup and costume, how it is to be done, and what all the characters are being played and going to be enacted on the stage, and what kind of a dressing that person has to be made. And when here he explains how the backdoor curtains have to be prepared and seen also according to the scene, according to the situation. And 7th one is 22nd chapter is Samanya Abhinaya, which is a general histrionic expressions whichever are not been explained in Angika Abhinaya or Vachika Abhinaya or Aharya Abhinaya. They are all taken care in the Samanya Abhinaya. And 23rd chapter, from here onwards, what are the characters, how they have to be included in the Natya, in the drama, in the play, are been explained here. Vaishaka Adhyaya, dealing with the courtesans, and Pumsyacharanam, harmonious performance, Chitrabhinayam. Chitrabhinayam is also an additional chapter on the Abhinaya. And Vikruti Vikalpanam, creating the molds and animals, because the animals cannot be brought onto the stage. If it should be shown that the king is riding the horse, how the horse has to be made. If the queen or the damsel is talking to the parrot, and how the parrot has to be made, what are the things, how it has to, the mold has to be made, what all the colors have to be made, all these are explained in the 26th Vritti Vikalpanam chapter. And Siddhi Vyanjaka Adhyaya, how when perform the dance, how it is become successful, what all the siddhis have to be there, that are explained in the 27th chapter. 28th chapter is, from 28th chapter onwards, it starts slowly moving onto the music and musical instruments, wind instruments, and time measurements and songs. What all the songs have to be taken, sung according to the situation and time of the performance of the drama. These are all taken care in 28, 29, 30, 31, 32 chapters under the names of Jati Vikalpanam, Tatodhyaya, Shushirodhyaya, Taladhyaya, and Dhruva Vidhanam. And Guna Dosha Vicharana. This chapter, merits and demerits chapter, which has become the source for the later rhetoricians. What are the gunas, what are the doshas in the Vachika Abhinaya, in the writing of the drama has been taken care. And 34th chapter is the Pushkaravadadhyaya, percussion movements, and how all the other instruments have to be performed in coordination with each other. And 35th Adhyaya is Bhumika Vikalpadhyaya, and how the Bhumika means the entry has to be just taken care. And 36th chapter, Natyashastra, where the Bharatas are being cursed, that has been explained here, and how they again got back to performance of the drama has been explained. And how Guhyatatva Khatana, how this drama has descended from the heaven to the earth has been explained in the 37th chapter, Guhyatatva Khatana. Generally, in some of the editions, 36 and 37th chapters are being combined together. That's why generally it is known that Natyashastra is divided into 36 chapters. This is the brief information which is there in the Natyashastra. Now, let us move to the 11 aspects of Natya. What are the 11 components of the drama? What are the 11 components which are very important in writing a drama? For that matter, writing a poem or a story or anything, writing a poetical composition and performance of the drama. These are the 11 points, 11 components which have to be taken care for any kind of a poetical composition. The first is rasas. Rasas are very, very important. They are called as sentiments in English. These rasas are Srungara, Hasya, Karuna, Raudra, Veera, Bhayanaka, and Bhibasa, and Adbhuta. And later on, 9th rasa, Shanta rasa is added on. These are to be definitely taken care when writing a drama or enacting a drama. And the second is bhavas. There are 49 emotions are being explained, out of which 8 are Stayibhavas, 33 are Sanchari Bhavas, and 8 are Sattvika Bhavas. All these Bhavas are connected with the rasas. Whatever kind of a rasa has to be, is going to be explained, relevant bhava has to be explained. And Abhinaya, which is called as histrionic expression, is of 4 types. Sattvika Abhinaya, Vachika Abhinaya, Angika Abhinaya, and Aharya Abhinaya. And Dharmi, this is very important in performance of the drama. This is the school of acting of 2 types, Lokadharmi and Natya Dharmi. Lokadharmi is a dharmi which has been explained in the whole, which is there in the whole world. And Natya Dharmi is some things which if they want to show a war scene. War scene cannot be shown, cannot be so whatever is in the world that cannot be shown, the bloodshed, other things cannot be shown. So that has to be informed to the audience that the war has been done, and so many people and something and happened out. These all the things have to be shown through the Natya Dharmi. And Vritti. Vritti is the mode of expression. This is of 4 types: Bharati, Satvati, Kaishiki, and Arabhati. And Pravritti, this is the regional identity. If any actor is acting like a Dakshinatya is, when a character is a Dakshinatya, the mode of expression has to be in the Dakshinatya people, how they pronounce, how they utter the words. There are 4 types of that kind of pravrittis, regional identities: Avanti, Dakshinatya, Odri Magadhi, and Panchala Madhyama. And Siddhi, the success is of 2 types: Daivi Siddhi and Manushi Siddhi. And regarding the music, there are 7 swaras: Sa, Re, Ga, Ma, Pa, Da, Ni. These are the 7 swaras which have to be taken care in performance of the dance. Atodya, that is an instrument of 4 types of Tara: Avanadha, Gana, and Sushira. And here the Gana is a song of 5 varieties: Praveshaka, Akshepa, Nishkrama, Prasadika, and Antara. And the 11th is Ranga, the theatre, which is in these 3 forms: Chaturasra, Vikrushna, and Tyashtra. These 11 aspects have to be taken care in the performance of the drama or in the playwright. Now, when you talk about the Rasa, what is Rasa? What is Rasa? How it has been produced? Sentiment. What are the things, what are the components of the Rasa? Bharata explains, Vibhava-Vyabhichari samyogat rasa nishpatti. This is the definition given by Bharata in his Natyashastra. Vibhava-Vyabhichari samyogat rasa nishpatti. That means the combination of vibhavas, means the determinants, anubhavas, the consequence, and the Vyabhichari bhavas, the transitory moods. Combination of these 3 bhavas will produce rasa, which is enjoyed by the audience. Rasa iti kaha padarthaha uchyate asvadatvat. What is rasa? Rasa iti kaha padarthaha. What is the padartha? Rasa, what kind of a padartha is rasa? Uchyate. I am explaining. Asvadyatvat, because it is relished. Because it relished, it is called as rasa. Through the combination of determinants, consequence, and transitory moods, audience enjoys the rasa. And vibhavas, the actor and the atmosphere which they are presented, may be considered as the cause, and the anubhavas, the physical effects of a particular mood of the character, may be considered as effective with the Vyabhichari bhavas, complementary psychological states which come and go, because they are not constant ones. They just come and pass on, and these 3 things together induce rasa, which are aesthetic pleasure in the minds of the reader or the spectator. If a Shringara rasa is being presented with all its determinants and consequence and transitory moods, the causes, the actor enacts in such a way that the Shringara Bhava, Shringara Rasa is produced in the heart of a Sahrudaya, that is an audience, and he also goes into such a state for some time when he is watching the drama. In another way of saying, explaining the rasa, the character in the drama or in a poem, in a suitable atmosphere, they are called as vibhavas, with appropriate gestures showing the mental state, they are called as anubhavas, and the transitory moods kindle the subtle impressions in the mind of a reader or a spectator. These 3 together, they induce rasa. Then he forgets his own identity and he becomes identical with that of the produced illusionary reality. Like if a person is acting like a Rama, what are the he creates for the suitable atmosphere for Rama to act in particular situation, and with his abhinaya, fourfold abhinaya, he creates that mental state and the mind of the audience, the spectator. And the spectator, for a temporary moment, he forgets that he is X and X. he feels that he is Rama himself, and he enjoys the state of Rama and gets the Rasanubhuti. He relates to the state which is called as the Rasanubhuti state. Bharata classifies what are the Stayibhavas, Vibhavas, Anubhavas. He gives a very clear explanation of all these bhavas and anubhavas. These bhavas are divided into three categories. There are Stayibhavas. There are 8 kinds of Stayibhavas. That is, when with the Vibhava, Anubhava, Vyabhichari bhavas, the actor creates a certain state in the mind of a certain emotion in the mind of the spectator and the audience. The Sthayi Bhavas for Rati is love, and Hasya is mirth, Shoka is sorrow, Krodha is anger, Utsaha is energy, Bhaya is terror, Jugupsa is disgust, and Vismaya is astonishment. These are the Sthayi Bhavas which are latent in the mind of the audience, and that will be kindled. There are 39 Vibhavas: Nirveda, aversion, Glani, Shanka, Asuya, Mada, Shrama, Alasya, Dainya, Chinta, Moha, Smruti, Dhruti, Vrida, Chapalata, Harsha, Avega, Jadata, Garva, Vishada, Anasukya, Nidra, Apsana, Supta, Vibhoda, Amansha, Avihatta, Ugrata, Mati, Vyadhi, Marana, Trasa, Vitanaka. These are all the Vyabhichari Bhavas. Vyabhichari Bhavas means they come and they go. The state of like Vishada, which is despair, that will be there for the temporary moment, and that it will vanish after some time. That's why they are called as the Vyabhichari Bhavas, which come, which go. It's not as it is a very temporary state. And 8 Sattvika Bhavas. They are Sveda, Stambha, Romancha, Swarabhanga, Vepatu, Vaivarnya, Asru and Pralaya. These are all the 8 Sattvika Bhavas. And these 49 Bhavas, 8 Sattvika Bhavas, 8 Sthayi Bhavas and 33 Vyabhichari Bhavas, they are all put together, known as a cause of manifestation of Rasa in the poem or in the drama. In the Sthayi Bhava is given a kingly position as they play a vital role in the experience of aesthetic pleasure. This is about Rasa. Now moving on to the Abhinaya, there are Bharata explains fourfold Abhinaya. Angika Abhinaya is that when the sentiment is evoked from the action of the limbs from the head to head onwards in 3 ways. If the ways. If the sentiment is drawn through the words, songs, dialogues, it can be called as a Vachika Abhinaya. When the dressing and makeup and other things, they lead towards the sentiment, Rasanubhava, Rasanishpati, then it is called as Aharya Abhinaya, which is of fourfold. And this, as when the histrionic expressions depend on the sattva, that is on the mind, to produce the sentiment, it is called Sattvika Abhinaya. All these 4 Abhinayas, Angika Abhinaya, Vachika Abhinaya, Aharya Abhinaya and Sattvika Abhinaya, all these 4 should evoke the Rasa. The main purpose of all these Abhinaya is only to evoke the Rasa. Bharata gives 2 aspects of theoretical presentation in his play. Lokadharmi. Lokadharmi is, which is a proximity of the realistic world. How the characters act in day-to-day life, how they move their body, how they show their expressions. Like a king shows his bodily expressions in a different way, a minister shows in his different way, a queen shows in a different way. How the human behavior is there. The same thing is incorporated in the drama and enacted on the stage. That is called as a Lokadharmi. Because an ordinary person cannot behave like a king. So his gestures, his dressing, his modulation of the words, everything should be appropriate to the character which he is enacting. That is called as a Loka Dharmi. And Natya Dharmi is a conventional way, where the presentation of a play through use of histrionic expressions, music and personification of inanimate object and stage movement. Like if a lion is there on the stage and the Dilipa story there, if they are enacting, Dilipa talks to Kamadhenu, but Kamadhenu replies, but Kamadhenu in an ordinary world, in a Lokadharmi, it cannot talk. But it has to be shown in such a way that Dilipa is hearing Kamadhenu talking and answering Kamadhenu, and Kamadhenu is replying to Dilipa's question. These are called as Natya Dharmi, which are not there in the, which can be implied through the many means. That is called as Natya Dharmi. And there are 4 types of vrittis, the words and actions, looks and gestures and physical reactions and the mental states. There are 4 varieties: Bharati, Satvati, Arabhati and Kaishiki. In the Bharati style, there will be more of verbal gesticulations. There will be more words being coming out from the character. Less of physical gesticulation and more of verbs. Satvati is a style of gesticulation by the mental states, less of the physical movements and more of mental transactions. Arabhati is the style of body actions with a vigorous and strong violent words. Kaishiki style is a delicate expression of the words and music and dance, which is very favorite of the dramatists. There are 4 types of Pravrittis. Pravritti is a regional identity. It's a dialect habits and traditions and customs pertaining to each and other place, other parts of the country, known as Dakshinatya, Avanti, Odri Magathi and Panchala Madhyama. There are 2 types of siddhis. When a drama or a poem is produced, written, and when it produces some kind of a rasa, what kind of a rasa it is producing and how far it has become successful, this has to be taken care. It will be successful, it can be called successful when it is, of course, when it is devoid of failures and achieve desired object. One is Manushi Siddhi, related to human effort, availability of proper equipment necessary for the production and encouragement of the audience. When people clap, when an actor is enacting a drama on the stage, if people clap, that becomes an encouragement for him to act more and more. If the same way, if a poem is written, if it has been received by the people well, and he gets an encouragement, this is called as Manushi Siddhi, a success due to, with the human beings. And another is the Daivi Siddhi. Daivi Siddhi is something happening, unforeseen things are happening, and devoid of all the personal things, only divine blessings if a person receives, that is called as the Daivi Siddhi. And 7 notes of Svara. In the music, there are 7 fundamental music notes which are called as Shajja, Rishabha, Gandhara, Madhyama, Panchama, Daivata and Nishada. These swaras have 2 main sources. Sharira, one is the swara, sa, re, ga, ma, pa, da, ni. These swaras coming out from the human throat, that is a Gatra Sangita, and Vainika. Vainika is a musical instrument. These 2 varieties, the 2 ways Svara comes out. Bharata categorizes Atodya, the standard of musical instruments, as 4 varieties. And the previous one, he said the Svara comes out in the 2 ways. One is through the Gatra, through the throat, and another is a Vainika with the instrument. These instruments are divided into 4 varieties, which is Tata, Shushira, Gana and Avanada. Tata is the stringed instruments like veena, sitar, violin, etc. Sushira is the wind instruments like flute, sanai, etc. Gana is a solid instrument like cymbals, and Avanada is the percussion instruments. Bharata devoted entire chapter on Gana, Dhruva Gana, the composition of singing songs. The literary compositions with meaningful words and swara, tala, rhythm is known as pada or dhruva, where the swara has to be there, meaningful words have to be there, and there should be a rhythm. Like chandas, like how poems have chandas, the songs have tala. This have to be a rhythmic pattern has to be there. Dhruva song can be derived from various meters and classified into 64 primarily, but they can be more in number also. The subject matter should be appropriate to the presentation. That should be taken care. Bharata finds a need to a closed theatre where the actor or play can be enacted properly without any kind of a disturbance, and it should be beautifully decorated, and the size of the theatre is also been properly mentioned, and the sizes of the theatre also has been designed by Bharata. Vikrushta theatre, rectangular theatre, Chaturashra square theatre, Tyashra triangular theatre with measurements of 108 hastas, 64 hastas, 32 hastas like this, out of which he feels that Chaturashra theatre is a square theatre is the best theatre for the performance of a dance. And these are the 11 aspects which have to be taken care in writing a poem, writing a poetical composition, or enacting a drama, writing a playwright and enacting on the drama. Thus, Natyashastra takes a unique place in the world's literature and dramaturgy and contains intricate analysis of the aesthetic pleasure derived from sympathetic spectator, and also contains substantial topics on Alankara Shastra for the poetics, which is called as poetics in Sanskrit. 3 pramana standards have been specified by Bharata. One is the loka. This is the standards for Natya. Natya should not deviate from the set standard, because he says that the dance should be for the hitopadesham, lokopadesham jananam, and loka vruttanu karanam. He should give recreation to the people. Because of that, he emphasizes the 3 things have to be taken care. One is the loka. Loka vruttanu sapta dvipanu trilokanu, because the pattern, life pattern of all the 3 words have to be taken care. It should not be any other thing. Veda. Vedas also have to be taken as a standard. It should provide knowledge, easy reading, understanding, teaching various aspects of a drama, and adhyatma. It should raise the inner personal experience, and the audience should get the aesthetic pleasure. This dramatic representation attains success only when the author is skillful in the various branches of the sciences, fully familiar with the tradition and ways of the world, because nata jnanam, nata shilpam, nasa vidya, nasa kala, nasa yogaha, natat karma, natya yasmin nadrishyate. Whatever they want to show, whatever they want to implement, everything can be sent to the public through the means of dance. Natyashastra strongly confirms through the words of Lord Brahma that the people are receptive, retentive, imaginative and untiring only are capable of taking the production of the drama, which is considered as equal to Vedic ritual. The benefits of those who witness. The person who is receptive, retentive, imaginative and untiring can write the drama. But what happens for the people who are watching it? They also get all the benefits, like how when yajna is being performed, a Vedic ritual is performed, how the people enjoy the benefits of the Vedic ritual. In the same way, when the Natya is performed, people also enjoy the benefit of the drama. Kalidasa calls it as Chakshushaha Kratuhu, the ceremony for the eyes. Finally, Yato hasta tato drushtihi, yato drushtihi tato manaha. Yato manaha tato bhavaha, tato rasaha. Where the hands go, there goes the eye. Where the eyes go, the mind goes there. Where the mind goes, there follows the mental inner state. And where the inner mental state is there, there you get the peaceful, happy, aesthetic pleasure. You derive the Brahmananda here by watching the drama. This is a conceptual, this is very briefly talked about the Natyashastra. It's a very voluminous work. People who are interested can go through each and every chapter of the drama. According to their taste, they can derive the information, derive the knowledge by reading the Natyashastra. Thank you.